We've been as high as 5th, or we've been as low as 19th. With the transfer window closed, how will the rest of our season pan out? Hello and welcome to episode 62 of A Bit of To Be a Legend. My name is Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games in League One, Milton Keynes Dons and Wigan Athletic. But before we get to that, we need to check up on the transfers because the transfer window has shut. As you'll see, it's the 2nd of February. It's just slammed shut, and there has been some movement of players. So let's go and have a look at that, what's been going on. And if we go into transfer history here, ignoring that last screen, you will see we have brought in some new players. We had already brought in Sajja Manafa on loan, but you'll notice they're all loans. And the reason for that is because we can't really get any decent free players. And if we do get a decent free player come through, they want shed loads of money, and I mean ridiculous amounts of money. So there's no way that's happening because the wage budget is absolutely, well, it's not, it's close. I think we got 36,889. We got 36. We got £9 to spend. Yeah. So we're struggling as far as that is concerned. We've moved everything out of the transfer budget into the wage budget to maximise that. So we're trying to keep it as tight as we can because we're overall balance is back into the plus figures at the moment. So loans realistically is the only way to go. And as I say, Sajja Manafa, we brought in. It was a bit of a knee jerk, I think, because felt we needed somebody. He is currently about the 12th best, so he's not going to get a lot of game time, to be fair. But he's there as a backup. Portuguese, 2-star current ability, 2 maybe 3-star potential, so he's not really somebody that we're going to hang on to long term. Rico Richards, I think we brought in on the last episode. He is the 7th best in position, 3rd best as the attacking midfield, which is one of the things that we brought him in for. Can also play in central midfield as well, which is rather good news. The only thing is, since we've really brought him in to play in that attacking midfield role, we've switched tactics, which doesn't include an attacking midfield player. But it is quite good to have him on the bench because if we do want to switch it up, he's there to play if he wanted to. So that's Rico Richards, came from West Bromwich Albion, where he's been through the academy. Wasn't having a particularly good season last season, but he's out on loan today. He's had 2 appearances so far, made 1 assist at 7.20. So he's off to a reasonable start. Nathan Fraser, we needed somebody that was going to put the goals away because Sam Burns wasn't doing it, and Omatoy's not on form this season compared to last. So Nathan Fraser is the player that we hope can do it. He's Wolves. Is where he's come from. He hasn't played for us yet. Well, he has. This is sort of like, I've taken this so that you can see it. We'll have a look at what's happened since you were last with us in just a moment. But he's come in, as I say, from Wolves. I should have done that. He's currently 3.5 stars. He's got potential to be 4/5, a young striker. So we've got him in on loan for the rest of the season, and we're hoping that he can do something. Whether we keep him at the end of the season will be another matter. He's going to cost us somewhere too much, I think. Whether we could keep him on loan or what, I don't know, but we'll see. Keto Taylor Hart has come in from Everton. He's current 3-star ability, got potential to be 4.5-star ability, can play on either of the left or right attacking midfield, can play in central, can also play up front as well, where he is about the 6th best. If he's out on the right, he's the 2nd best. If he's out on the left, he's the 1st. And if he's in the middle, he is 4th best in the attacking midfield role. So he's variable. He's got a decent sort of varied attacking range on him, so he's quite good. And we've also brought in Harvey Griffiths. He is a defensive midfielder. We needed another defensive midfielder to shore up against Liam Walsh. So in that defensive midfield role, he is second best to Liam Walsh. He is currently 2.5 stars. Got the potential to be 4 stars. So he's got the potential to be better than Liam Walsh. He has come in from Wolves as well. So Wolves being very kind to us, and we've got him on loan until the end of the season. So 3 players coming in: Nathan Fraser, well, 5 altogether: Manafa, Richards, Fraser, Taylor Hart and Griffiths. But since you were last with us, obviously on deadline day, Fraser, Taylor Hart and Griffiths are the players in. Going out, a number of loanees going out. So we were saying Lewis Dobby, we know, got a deal going through at the end of the season. Louis Molden is gone to Spennymoor. We knew that anyway. Adam Prizebeck, he's gone to Queen's Park Rangers for a freebie. Ben Killop also was not happy. He's gone to Yeovil Town on loan. Zach Viner also wanted to go. He has gone to Stevenage on loan. And James Clark has left us. He's gone to Cheltenham on a freebie. Went on transfer deadline day. Dynamics wise, that leaves us with a few players. Louis Morton, he's out on loan. Lewis Walker is worried new signing Nathan Fraser will take his position in the team. He will be if you don't score goals. Andy Smith, unhappy with training facilities. Well, there's not much I can do about that. Kieran Brown, worried about new signing Billy Sass Davis. Well, he's getting game time, so I'm not sure if what's going to happen there. Sam Burns, unhappy that he's touted to other clubs. Well, to be honest, I was so peed off with him, keep missing the blooming target. What else do you expect me to do anyway? We'll see. He'll have to bide his time and see how that goes. Right, I'm not going to mess around anymore. I'm going to come back in just a second and we're going to have a look and see what's been happening since you were last with me. And last time you were with us, Bristol City we beat in the EFL Trophy quarter-final, and then a 1-0 loss to Morecambe, who did the double over us. Since then, we've stuck to our 4-3-3 formation. As I say, we have brought in these new players. Crawley Town we played. Did we introduce? Yes, we did. Nathan Fraser, a good 7.2 as a starting point. Liam Walsh having a good game in that register position, and defensive line doing very well, including Kieran Brown. And Taylor Hart not having such a good game out on the left, and Griffiths, Harvey Griffiths, making his debut as the ball-winning midfielder in that defensive midfield role. It was altogether quite a good game. Liam Walsh scoring 2 cracking goals. Got an 8.2 player of the match. Smith, after 2 minutes, got us underway. Liam Walsh on 21 and a penalty on 43, making it 3-0 at half time. Therese Omatoy coming on as a substitute in the second half, getting the 4th on 88 minutes. We did a job over Crawley Town. And then we played Salford. Both these games at Edgeley Park. We've had a bit of a run of games at Edgeley Park. But as you'll see, the man, Nathan Fraser, he's found his boots. And he scored after 26 minutes and scored after 69. In fact, we're going to watch those goals now because I just think it's probably the best thing to do. We have a new player. We want to see how he's doing. Kedo Taylor Hart also having a reasonable game this time out, 7.2. Taylor Hart, in fact, to Pedder, finds Fraser. Fraser brings that down lovely and just puts it away. Not panicked, which I think is what Burns does. He panics and it's all over the place and misses. Sass Davis heads this one down to Pedder. Pedder over the top, finds Moss into the space, and Fraser just sort of like puts a bit of angle on it. And that's his second goal, and it was a 2-0 win. Not outstanding, but it was good. I mean, 16 shots, 7 on target, nearly 50%, 2.32. They had 7 shots, but only 1 on target. I think we can say that we were reasonably happy with that game. 2 games won then, both of them at home, admittedly, and as is today's games. But that leaves us in the table, in the Sky Bet League One table, in 6th place, the final playoff place. 2 points clear of Charlton, who's stuck behind us. Everybody played 32 now, which is good news because it was getting a bit confusing of how many games are outstanding and all the rest of it. So we're 2 points clear of Charlton in 7th, Bolton in 8th. Both those we've still got to play as well. Wigan we're playing today on 53 points. Our other opponents today are in 2nd currently. Milton Keynes Dons, they've won 3 of their last 5, drawn the other 2. We've won 3, drawn 1, lost 1 on our last 5. So we're there or thereabouts. Interestingly, Milton Keynes Dons have a goal difference of plus 22, where we have a goal difference of plus 20. The other thing to note here is we are just 3 points behind them now, them and Ipswich Town. So realistically, we are, from being down in 19th place and struggling, desperately struggling, we are now just 3 points away from an automatic automatic promotion place is what I was trying to say. I mean, to be honest, I would have never had us in that position all that time ago. So we've really turned the boat around and put ourselves in a very good position. 32. I think we play 46 games in this, so we've got another 14 games to go in League One before the end of the season. A long way to go yet, and a lot can happen. Let's start to see what can happen with our first game of the episode. It's against Milton Keynes Dons, currently in 2nd place, and we have previous with them. We've lost the previous game in Milton Keynes. We played them. We played them twice. We played them in a friendly here at Buxton back last season, at the start of the season, in fact. Lost 3-0, and we lost 2-1 in the league earlier in the season. So let's see if we can make this the first win against Milton Keynes Dons in this series. And here is the team that will face Milton Keynes Dons in this League One match. It's Thomas in goal, Linton, Sass, Davis, Gamble and McDonald are our defensive line, as you see, still playing the 4-3-3 or 4-2-1-2-1, whichever way around you want to look at it. Griffiths moves over to the left because we have an injury to Louis Walsh. Patterson comes in as the ball-winning midfielder. Mundell in front of them. Taylor Hart, having had a good game last time out, plays on the left. Moss playing on the right. And Fraser leads our attack. Nathan Fraser leads our attack. My assistant manager wanted to play Burns. He can't hit a barn door, so why would I play him? I mean, you look at this guy. I mean, he's got 14, 12 and 14. Can hit a barn door. And he's quite composed. And then you got Sam Burns, who is 10, 11, 11 and can't hit a barn door. Well, it's not probably true. He scored 7 goals, but he's on 6.54 for goodness sake, whereas this guy's on 7.85 after 2 games. I mean, goodness me, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Maybe that's why I'm the manager and he's not. On the bench then, we've got Molden, Williams, Scanlon, Richards, Walker, Griffiths and Omatoy. We are a little bit light on defensive midfielders because, as I said, we've got this injury to Liam Walsh. And we don't have another active defensive midfielder on the bench. So we've got Greaves out on loan, and that has swamped us a little bit because the only thing we could do is move McDonald into there, if we know, which makes me wonder whether we should actually put Tomlinson on the bench instead of Scanlon. I got 3 wide players. Do I want 3 wide players? I don't think I do. I've got Griffiths as a central midfielder. We need a defensive midfielder somewhere there. McDonald seems to be the obvious choice. Do I move McDonald onto the bench? Tomlinson, I think we're going to do that. Move McDonald onto the bench. He can play in either of those roles. And then I think what we'll do, Richards, if we move Scanlon in instead of Richards. I know that's not the most ideal. We do have 2 wide players or strikers. whichever combination. I think that's a better combination on the bench. So Molden, Williams, McDonald, Scanlon, Walker, Griffiths and Omotoy on the bench. Tomlinson coming on then. So it's Linton, Sass, Davis, Campbell and Tomlinson as our back defensive line for this one. Let's hope I haven't messed it up. Let's hope. And this is how the two sides line up. Playing our 4-3-3. And Milton Keynes Dons playing with a very defensive flat back three and two wing backs. And confirmation of the table. We're in 6th. Milton Keynes Dons in 2nd. And this is how the two teams look. Tomlinson with a corner, swings it in, looking for Sass Davis, but Sass Davis heads it over the top. Free kick to Milton Keynes Dons, just inside our half. Gamble will tidy that up. No mistakes now, Gamble. Long ball, looking for, I'm not sure who that was for. That was for Taylor Hart, but didn't find him, and it's returned with venom. Patterson brings that down. Mundell, nice and tidy. Gamble, Tomlinson, as we build an attack again. Moss finds Gamble. Moss comes forward. Into space for Mundell. Mundell will try and get across and he has deep. But Taylor Hart not quite there. Linton will tidy up behind him. Linton, can he get across in? It's deep again. Moss this time. Oh, it's come back off the crossbar and it's loose but well played. Another corner. Tomlinson. In swinger, but too near the goalkeeper. Looking for Sass Davis, I think. And the highlight continues. Wildsmith, Gamble under that one. And it's tidied up. Patterson backtracking. This goes out wide to Taylor Hart. Taylor Hart into space. Cross it into the area. Find that man, Nathan Fraser. Gets his 3rd goal of the season. And after 23 minutes, we take the lead here at Edgeley Park, and probably no more than he deserve on the stats. We've been the better team. Taylor Hart could have gone on his own, but no, cuts it inside. He's got Fraser inside, and Fraser can hit barn doors. Tomlinson with a free kick, swung in. Sass Davis over the top. Moss now with the corner on this side. Sass Davis! He's got one in the end, near post. 3rd goal of the season for Sass Davis. 2-0 up at 40 minutes. And, well, we moved up into 4th place in the table, above Milton Keynes Dons. That's still 3 points off that automatic. Emmanuel for Milton Keynes Dons. Don't want them to get back in. We need to get to half-time, at least 2 goals up. Be rather good. Taylor Hart trying to keep him in command. Well won by Mundell. Linton, that's what we're doing. Patterson, and midfield is doing a grand job. And that's tracked. Mundell's got there again, but didn't quite come off for him. But he's like a ferret. He's not giving it up. Mundell finds Fraser again. And he's hit the barn door again. The 4th goal of the season. And he's only been with us, 3 games? And he's scored more than a goal again, which Sam Burns, you need to learn from this guy. Didn't ever give that up. In for Fraser. Fraser first touch with his right foot in the back of the net. And it is half-time. Nathan Fraser then, 23 and 45, and a headed goal from a corner. Billy Sass Davis on 40 minutes. Perfect by... Moss, I think, was from the corner. 8 shots, 4 on target, 50%. I like it. 1.07. We've not had all the possession, though. Milton Keynes Dons, we've kept them to 1 shot, 1 on target, 0.03, 54% of the possession. They can have that much of the possession if they don't score. That's how I see it. Good at half-time. Let's have a quick look at the table. We're up to 4th on 59 points. Go in front of Milton Keynes Dons on goal difference. As it currently stands, Ipswich Town, they must be winning, have moved up into 2nd place. Where are we? We play them, I think, in the next episode, actually. They're beating Fleetwood Town by 1-0. Bristol City, they are beating Salford by 1-0. So at the top there, we are tucked in, but we are now, as I make it, still 2 points clear of Peterborough, who are just outside the playoff places. But I suppose that's the next thing that we're doing, is consolidating playoff places. Good first half then. Let's hope for more of the same in the second. And first highlight of the second half is Milton Keynes Dons, and they put one away. And Jack Tucker getting the first goal of the season, and that was a poor corner defended, that is. It was a good corner, but acres of space there, and Tucker. And second highlight of the gamble under that one. Griffiths over the top looking for Fraser, who's on a hat-trick now, of course. Tomlinson pulls that down for Moss. Moss, he's inside the area, cross it in, and it's a penalty. Didn't quite see what happened. It all went a bit woolly, whichever way you look at it. It's Tomlinson with the penalty, and it's 4-1. We've got that 3-goal lead again. Third goal of the season for Joe Tomlinson from the penalty spot. Do we go back and have a look? No, we won't bother. It was a penalty anyway, whatever happened. Somebody obviously got crunched. And highlight from kickoff as Milton Keynes Dons get us underway. But Mundell's there again. This time his pass was a bit wayward. Don't think he thought he was going to get there either. And Linton will tidy up here. Let's hope he doesn't make a mistake. Thomas launches one long. So nobody there though. It's all very well with those long balls, but need to counter them. And this one's in for Jackson. And Thomas making a fine save. This one, an outswinger from Mahoney. Let's hope it's not the same as the other side. But Thomas collects it this time. Free kick from Mahoney. And it's gone over the top. Tomlinson with the corner. Swung deep. Sass Davis. It's bobbling around there. But and with 74 minutes on the clock nearly, making two changes. These two players not playing particularly well. Alex Patterson has come off, and Kyle McDonald, who we put on the bench, good move. He has come on to replace Alex Patterson, and Josiah Linton, who's done a few things okay. He's been replaced by Callum Scanlon in the left wing-back position. A couple more changes probably a little bit further down the line, but they're the changes for now. And another corner. Tomlinson with this corner. Not been able to pick out Sass Davis. Trying again, and Sass Davis gets his second of the game. Fourth of the season. It's 5-1 against Milton Keynes Dons. We are going to beat them, and beat them well. And this formation seems to be doing us very well at the moment. Another corner. Sass Davis gets it right this time. And we're nearly 81 minutes on the clock. We made all the rest of our changes. And this is how it has gone. Harry Williams has come on for Billy Sass Davis, who was getting tired. He scored 2 goals. He's probably got a player of the match. 8.7 on the list. He's done very, very well. So he's had a great game. We've also taken off, we've done Callum Scanlon before, and Carl McDonald. We've taken off our 2 wide players, Kido Taylor-Hart. He's come off. He's not had a bad game, but just want to give Omatoy a little bit of a run out for the last 10 minutes. So Tyrese Omatoy on for Kiddo Taylor-Hart, and we've also brought on Lewis Walker on the left side. So Omatoy's come on for Moss, and Walker come on for Kiddo Taylor-Hart. In fact, I've done it the other way around and then swapped them over. So they are the changes that we'll make to see us to the end of the game. Free kick now. Tomlinson with his free kick swung in. It's just gone wide. And full time comes. Just that one more highlight after all those changes. And it is a comprehensive 3-0 at half time, 5-1 at full time. Billy Sass Davis, 2 goals, an 8.7. Nathan Fraser getting 2 goals, an 8.0. And Joe Tomlinson getting the other goal from the penalty spot. A resounding 5-1 win. What a First time to beat Milton Keynes Dons. We should never be worried about them again. And they were in second place at the start of the day. Let's have a look in and see how they end up the day. But before we do that, just check on the stats. 16 shots, 6 on target, 2.41, 50% of the possession. They had 5 shots, 3 on target. Come back into the game a bit in that second half. 0.90, 50% of the possession. It's a good day. Let's see what the table looks like now. Well, it's all changed at the top end of the table. I'll tell you what, Ipswich Town were leading at half-time. They lost it in the end against Fleetwood Town by 2-1, which means that they've dropped down and it's opened up a little bit for us at the top. 2 Bristol clubs leading the race at the top. But we are now in third place. Third place, would you have had that a little while back? On 59 points, the same as Ipswich and Milton Keynes Dons, I hasten to add. Just 2 points clear of Charlton and Peterborough. But, I mean, to be honest, we could just do with opening a bit of a gap here. They seem to be chasing us at the minute. But 59 points, plus 24 goal difference. So we're really bumming away now. And Bristol Rovers and Bristol City at the top. Bristol City on 66 points, 3-0 win against Salford today. Goals from Somerville, Digney and Mahetme. My son always has a go at me. Mahetme. Maheti. Oh dear. And he plays for our team. That's really a worry, isn't it? Anyway, yes. So third in the table. That's a good position to be in. Our next game is against Wigan, currently in 10th. So we'll see how we get on against them. And so it is to our second game of the episode against Wigan. Previously, we've met Wigan 3 times in this series. FA Cup second round. Must have been last season, I'm thinking. And, of course, went to a replay. 2-2 draw at their place. A 4-1 win at our place. And we then beat them 3-1 at their place in League One earlier this season. Ian Munn, the scorer. Lewis Walker getting a hat-trick on that occasion. Callum Lang and Anthony Scully, the scorers in the other games. So that's where we are. 3 games played. We won 2 of them. Let's hope we can add to that today because when you look at it, that means that we've had a run of 4 games at home. And if we can win all our games at home, then who knows? We'll then face Preston and Bolton just down the road from one another. And we'll be playing those away. Then we'll see. We'll come back, I think, for the next episode then, which is going to be Barnsley-Ipswich, getting to the crux end. So Barnsley-Ipswich probably in the next episode. What I haven't realised is Wigan are in 10th, Preston are 8th, and Bolton are 9th. So we're playing 10th, 8th and 9th. So 8, 9 and 10, effectively, not necessarily in that order, over the next 3 games. So that's going to be quite interesting to see whether we can play against them. Preston, we've played a few times, played them 3 times, only won them once. That was in the EFL Trophy earlier this season. Previous to that, we'd lost to them in the league and lost last season in the EFL Trophy second round by a 1-0. But obviously turned the corner as far as that's concerned. And Bolton, we played them just the once and a 0-0 draw early in the season. So that's how those games will pan out. More of that shortly. Let's have a look at the team that will face Wigan in this second game of the episode. And this is the side that will face Wigan in this Sky Bet League One. Can we make it 4 games in a row at home over the last 4 games? Can we win all 4 of them? Thomas in goal then. It's Scanlon, Williams, Sass Davis and Tomlinson as our defensive line. Griffiths and Patterson in front of them with Reagan Griffiths leading the attack this time around. And Mundell is on the bench, which is good news. Taylor Hart and Moss as our wise players. Fraser continues up front 4 goals from 3 games so far. He's on reasonable form. Let's hope he doesn't go asunder today. Molden, Smith, McDonald, Linton, Walker, Mundell and Omatoy on the bench for this one. And this is how the two teams line up. We'll not change formation. Wigan are playing a 4-2-3-1. Steve Bold, their manager. Confirmation of the table. Wigan in 10th on 54 points. We are 3rd on 59. And this is how the two teams look. First highlight, 6 minutes in. Tomlinson with a throw into Sass Davis, who gives the ball away. That's unlike him. Patterson. Harvey Griffiths. Sass Davis. Tomlinson. Tomlinson finds Moss. Moss back to Tomlinson. Sass Davis. Moss trying to get through the lines. And this time Tomlinson goes on a run. He's kept it in. And it's into the area. Griffiths! It's cleared though. Moss, Griffiths again. Another Griffiths. Or the other Griffiths, should I say. And they come away with the ball. They have a corner. McGrath with the corner. Swung in. And it's gone in. And that man again, Ian Munn. He's a nuisance, he is. He gives them the lead after 19 minutes. And it's the first time we've been behind for a while. So we're going to find some character here, I think. In the crowd of players, and he got through. Throwing on that far side. Scanlon to Taylor Hart. To Williams. Williams looking for Fraser. And he's found Nathan Fraser. Cuts it back to Griffiths. Griffiths has been tumbled in the area. No penalty given. And a second go on Fraser this time. Griffiths. Fraser. Patterson. Ooh, I thought that had gone in. Free kick. McGrath chips it in. But Sass Davis is there. And Taylor Hart comes away with it. He's got Fraser in the middle here. Can he do something? Taylor Hart stops. He's got Scanlon in support. Scanlon's got Patterson in midfield. Patterson's under pressure. Williams. Scanlon. Scanlon chips one in for Taylor Hart. Wasn't going to get there. And they come away. Lang. Oh dear. Not got the support. He's gone out wide for the moment. And he's going to cross this in. Oh, Tomlinson, what the heck was he doing there? And Ian Munn gets the second for Wigan. Oh, dear. Dear, dear, dear. Half an hour. We're 2 behind. This was poor by Tomlinson. He really should have got that and put it into touch. Staying on his feet would have been a good idea. And another free kick for Wigan. And oh dear, the trusty formation's gone, but that was a poor pass. And Fraser, hopefully, can he hit that barn door? Oh, he can't. He just couldn't get enough on that. Went round the goalkeeper, but couldn't put it away. And Wigan come forward again. Throw in for Wigan. We are in injury time in the 2nd minute of 2 added minutes. And we got to be careful. We don't go 3 down here. That man, Munn, he's had a shot from distance and he scored. He's got a hat-trick. He's 17th of the season. And, well, I think Thomas was to blame for that. And we could lose this match now. I was hoping that we might just get back on terms. But it's all gone wry here. Good talking to it after he hit that from distance and saw that Thomas was off his line. And he's done the damage today. Half-time, thankfully, has come. We've had 6 shots, only hit the target once, 0.91, 46% of the possession. They've had 6 shots, they've hit the target 5 times. That's the difference. They are superior at the moment, 1 on the XG. Really shouldn't be 3 goals up, but they are, and we've got a long way to come back. Best we can hope for, I think, is a draw. If they score again, we're done for. And before we start the second half, we made one change at half-time. Harvey Griffiths is off. And we've brought on Lewis Walker, Taylor Hart moving into the middle there. Going to give him 10-15 minutes just to see if we can do anything, see if we can get something back. If not, we're going to make some outright changes then to see if the players on the bench can turn this around. It's the first game that Nathan Fraser hasn't performed. Let's hope he can in the second half. And our first highlight, 47 minutes, Tomlinson on the ball, Sass Davis and Griffiths. Reagan Griffiths, Sass Davis to Reagan Griffiths. Has changed that formation up, looking for Fraser. Fraser, oh, it's come off. I think it's gone out for a corner. Not enough power on it. Would have expected him to put that away. Moss with the corner then. Swings it in. It's gone in. Harry Williams gets his first of the season. We got one back on 49 minutes. That's a bit more like it. Williams just flicked head that and the goalkeeper straight through his hands. And with nearly 71 minutes on the clock, made a raft of changes. In fact, the other loanees coming off. They've played a few games, so not too bad. But this is how Carl McDonald is on for Joe Tomlinson on the right wing back. We've brought Romain Mundell on, has replaced Kiddo Taylor Hart, who did better in that attacking playmaker role, but still not on full fettle. And Nathan Fraser, he's had a poor day. Maybe we should have rested him and gone by the advice of our assistant manager. Walker goes up front then, and Omatoy is out on the left. We're going to switch him back to... And so that's how we do it. We have one substitute left. And no more highlights so far. We're not going to get back in this. And we're going to have our first loss for a little while. Andrew Thomas having a bad day in goal. I'm not sure what's the matter with him. Omatoy comes on. Linton comes on for Perry Moss, our final change. And it's a switch. Omatoy going out to the right. Linton coming in on the left as the attacking midfielder. Just need to find a way through, and we're not finding it. So, when we got that one back, I thought we might be in for a chance, but time's ticked on, and who knows? We could still do it, but I think we're struggling. Johnson with a goal kick for Wigan. Mundell tries to head that on, but it's not headed on particularly well, and find a way through here. We need to win this ball back first, and Linton has won that ball back. We're on here. Can we get in? Walker, yes. 17th goal of the season. It's 3-2. Makes it look a bit prettier, doesn't it? It's a shame that we went the 3 goals behind, really. Linton, can we get back on level terms? We still have a couple of minutes to do it. Walker straight down the middle. Question of offside. I'm not quite sure where that came from. And a highlight from kickoff. Munn getting us back underway. Need to win this ball back fairly swiftly. Oh, I thought he was going to step in there and win that back. Come on. Come on, come on. All the way back to Johnson, who will launch one, I'm guessing. There we go. Needs to win that ball. Well headed down into the path of Linton. Linton finds Omatoy. Omatoy to Mundell. Come on, he's been felled in the area. That's a penalty, surely. And we're not going to get back in it. We've lost it. 3-2, but a little bit of character. We did give it a good go, I have to say. And a poor day from Andrew Thomas really has set sail on this one. But, well, it had to come, I guess. And that man, Ian Munn, was our downfall. Pain in the arse, as he is. But we did get back on the XG. So 19 shots, 6 on target, 2.79, 48% of the possession. They had 10 shots, 6 on target, 1.16. They did us in that first half, and that was the difference. We just couldn't find a way back in. Maybe we should change formation before that. Harry Williams on 49, Lewis Walker on 89. It's a 3-2 loss. only dropped 1 goal on the goal difference. Let's see how that leaves us at the end of the episode. Well, 2 things that are disappointing. We didn't get that win against Wigan. Wigan moving up to 8th. Just 2 points behind us. It's very tight at the top here. When you look at where we are, we dropped down 1 place. Ipswich overtaking us, having drawn 0-0 with Wycombe. But the other thing is we only 3 games played, which means there's a number of other teams still have to play. So it's not conclusive at the top. We could fall down quite a lot, actually. If Charlton and Peterborough win and Milton Keynes Dons win, we could drop down back out of the playoff places. Let's hope not, but it's a distinct possibility. We need to keep going, and we have 2 away games coming up next. Well, a bit of a disappointing end to the episode. I was hoping we're going to get 4 straight home wins on the trot, but it wasn't to be. We've got Preston and Bolton offline now. We're going to come back for the home games against Barnsley and Ipswich. Ipswich, who will also play in the future episode in the EFL Trophy, but a game against them. Barnsley and Ipswich then. Barnsley currently in 16th. Ipswich currently in 3rd. So a top of the table clash there for the points, both at home at Edgeley Park in the next episode. So join me for that if you will. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend, our sister series, Making Chelsea Stand Proud, and any new series as they are released. A new series hopefully will be up and running soon. If it's not, we won't have enough time before FM24 comes out, so we need to pick up on that fairly soon. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel, best way of doing it is follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. New episodes To Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday currently at 4:15 p.m. If you want to join me for the next episode, we hope to see you then. It'll be episode 63. It's out on Monday. Have yourself a good weekend. Till then, bye-bye.